Morning, ninth class. Today we will revise the poem A Legend of Northland. Now, Northland is a very cold region which is covered with snow because it is very close to North Pole. So, because of this, the weather always remain cold, and because the cold weather is there, so the days are short and the nights are longer in winter. And because the nights are longer, the people they are unable to spend the whole night sleeping. So this is a story of legend of Northland. People they passed on this story from one generation to another, and this is a story of Saint Peter. Saint Peter was one day having a round of his traveling, and he was preaching people. So while he was coming to his coming back home, he felt hungry, and he came upon a little cottage. Old cottage was there where a old woman or a little woman was baking cakes. So because Saint Peter was feeling hungry, he was tired, so he requested the woman to give him some cake so that he can eat. But this little woman who was baking cakes, she was so greedy that she took a small dough and she baked a cake for the saint. But this lady, she found the cake to be too big to be given to a saint free of cost. So she decided to bake a smaller one. And this went on till she made a thin wafer like cake for the saint. And when even that wafer like cake was ready, she was so greedy that she did not even want to share even that thin wafer like cake with the saint. So she just kept it back on the shelf. And Saint Peter was observing her, and he got so annoyed, and he said that you are too selfish to live in this human form. So this saint, he cursed her to become a bird so that she will spend the rest of the life searching for food by digging the hard wood. And instantly or immediately after the curse of Saint Peter, this little woman, she was turned into a woodpecker, and all her body, it was burned up in the chimney. She was cooking in the kitchen and she immediately turned into a bird, and she flew up through the chimney, and whole body was turned to coal black, but only her red cap was still there on her head, that red cap that she was wearing, and that red cap was red scarlet on the head of the woodpecker. And even now people see her living in forest and searching for food by boring the dry food, boring the dry wood. So this is how this lady suffered the curse of Saint Peter. So the message is that we should not be selfish. We should always be ready to help the needy people.